Successful improvement initiatives plan, test, and iterate on changes to redesign systems and achieve more equitable outcomes. Let's look at an example in a preschool program with a mission to prepare all children for success in kindergarten and beyond. As part of a universal pre-K program, preschool staff participated in a statewide initiative to improve preschool outcomes. They collected and analyzed data, which revealed that as a school, just 60% of students met early literacy proficiency markers. The school formed a team who learned and applied continuous improvement methods to test and implement practices that support early literacy. This initiative focused on delivering high-quality, culturally responsive literacy instruction in each classroom while building strong connections with families. Leaders of the preschool were enthusiastic about the success of this first improvement initiative. They wanted to both sustain the results in literacy instruction while also starting additional projects focused on their mission of preparing children for success in school. However, resources had not yet been allocated to support and maintain the efforts, like staffing to do improvement or funds to collaborate with families towards goals. Mechanisms were not in place to capture and share improvement processes or train other staff on these skills. Ultimately, after several of the improvement leaders moved on from the organization, these results and other improvement efforts were not sustained in the preschool. While the first improvement initiative was successful, this preschool was not able to sustain and advance improvement long-term to accomplish transformational equity goals. Every successful improvement initiative must address its sustainability. To be sustained, improvement has to become a way of working that is integrated into organizational culture. This enables an organization to expand improvement efforts beyond one specific aim and helps them endure, despite the changes an organization or team may experience. What if we could embed improvement into organizational culture while also improving outcomes during an improvement project? SHIFT's framework, Building a Culture of Learning and Improvement for Equity, helps organizations to plan for sustainability at any stage of their work. Let's rewind to the beginning of the preschool initiative to improve early literacy and design the program with the goal of embedding a culture of improvement and learning from the start. The right improvement practices at the right time, like those described in SHIFT's approach to improvement, are core to redesigning systems to produce more equitable outcomes. And bringing about improvement that stands the test of time requires cultural and personal transformation within organizations. At SHIFT, we think of this transformation as having 3 layers. The first layer includes support functions for improvement. Support functions build a critical mass of people with shared skill and will for improvement and establish mechanisms to coordinate improvement efforts. In our example, specific activities might include providing training and skill development to build capacity outside of those working on a project. This builds shared language and approaches across the organization to scale and sustain programs. Learning and communication systems include transparent sharing of key data, details about tested changes, and lessons learned from challenges. Identifying and celebrating successes motivates the people working to improve and creates necessary momentum to continue. The second layer of the model is organizing for improvement. This layer emphasizes creating and delineating roles for improvement in service of larger equity imperatives. Essential elements include developing an equity commitment, co-production, and shared responsibility. To learn more about co-production, watch our video, The Foundations of Authentic Co-Production. In our preschool example, organizing for improvement could include building spaces for staff to grow in their equity consciousness so they are able to disrupt inequitable systems. And it could also include bringing diverse perspectives to the team by providing improvement training and developing roles for caregivers in improvement efforts. Shared responsibility would delineate clear roles and responsibilities to oversee and coordinate daily improvement activities. Finally, the base of the model for embedding a culture of improvement is enabling conditions. These conditions form the foundation on which the daily functions of any organization or improvement initiative operate. Essential elements include core values, policy, leadership, and resources. In our example, enabling conditions could include co-creating and sharing a set of core values that guide improvement initiatives and how staff collaborate. Enabling conditions also include adequate resources to sustain and scale improvement efforts. These could cover costs for data sharing, knowledge management systems, and human resources. Leadership that supports a culture of learning and improvement is also an enabling condition. This type of leadership shares power, ensuring those closest to the issues have opportunities to lead improvement efforts. By attending to these essential elements, the team in our example is able to improve literacy outcomes, prepare for future improvement projects, and create an organizational culture of learning and improvement. As you can see from this example, a culture of learning and improvement does not happen by chance. It is the result of deliberate efforts with a long-term vision in mind. These essential elements form a holistic framework that can spark proactive conversations and help teams to work toward that vision. Ready to learn more? You can download and explore the framework Building a Culture of Learning and Improvement for Equity on our website at shift-results.com. This framework builds upon an earlier monograph, Sustaining Quality of Healthcare, Institutionalization of Quality Assurance. We would like to thank and acknowledge its authors.